these days, it seems hard for us to have empathy for people who maybe disagree with our politics, viewpoints, and beliefs. Really seems like it's one group against another, us against them, in a lot of political situations. So,
I don't know what you're talking about.
What am I talking about?
Yeah.
So how can we increase this capacity for empathy and bridge that gap? And furthermore, why should we have empathy for the other?
I think one good reason is because in order to accomplish something big, it really needs the environment that everyone come together and work together. And so that's one point. And the other thing is I feel that actually sometimes we have the tendency to exaggerate things, you know, exaggerate things. When there's a suffering, we exaggerate. You know, when there's happiness, we exaggerate. You know, sometimes even we exaggerate about our achievements. And so we must be aware of our tendency of exaggerating things and try to see if things are really that negative or not, you know. Like I always say that there's been research that they found that our tendency is actually to lean more towards negative thoughts than positive thoughts, you know. And so therefore, we really have to be aware of that, first of all. Secondly, we have to see that constructive disagreement is actually very beneficial. You know, it's like doing an assessment of things. You know, doing an assessment of how things are going, whether it's in the realm of politics or spiritual path, what have you. We need to reassess again and again. You know, that's what Dharma teachings also say. We need to reassess ourselves. How our practice is going, how our study is going. And so in the same way, we need to reassess and see clearly, you know, that constructive disagreement is actually not that bad, you know. There's no way we all can agree on the same thing. Not even two partners can agree on the same thing.
Right.
So how can you imagine that everyone agreeing on the same thing in terms of politics or what have you, you know? That's almost impossible, you know. And so with a sense of healthy disagreement, we must find a way to compromise and see, you know, what will be the most beneficial for the country, for the people, for the world, for sentient beings. And journey of life and journey of our being altogether in samsara is actually a compromise, a journey of compromise. Like even when you drive on the road, you know, we have to compromise with other drivers and we have to share the road together, you know. So it's not like, you know, the road belongs to you kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it doesn't matter whether it's conservative, liberal, what have you. I think there has to be some sense of understanding each other, hearing each other, and try to see, you know, what we can learn from each other. There's always wisdom in their words, you know, in their thought processes. So I think if all the wisdoms come together, there's not much conflict, in essence.